I'm not sure whether anybody talked about how much it would cost the businesses to comply with this. So is there a ballpark figure? You all, I think, testified that this is going to be very costly to comply, but is there a figure that you can come up with?
I think we're having a difficult time, being a processor, coming up with what that will be. Certainly the number for us in just our business ranges well into the millions to establish, the ability, right? What's most concerning to us and really an unknown is the ongoing costs associated with compliance and servicing and dealing with our customers and the ongoing explanation. We think that is going to be, over the long term, the most significant portion of the expense.
When you are having your discussions with the various committees and including the IRS, do you kind of go as a group or are you individually doing that? Because I notice we have testimony from the ABA, that is a large interest group out there. Are you coordinating or collaborating in any way? So
the small business group, there's a Coalition for Fairness and Tax Compliance, which is a large coalition of small business organizations that are addressing some of the tax gap recommendations, including this. So we have began to work together on these particular issues. But in terms of your cost, I think that one of the big issues is this proposal has been misrepresented as being not burdensome to small business because actually the onus on compliance is on the credit and debit card companies. But what they don't take into consideration, again, are the consequences of the proposal, the time cost for small business in having to address any inaccuracies, the time cost in dealing with backup withholding, and more specifically, the cost they're going to face with higher user fees on their credit cards, which is almost a guarantee should this go through, and that would be a substantial cost on small business.
I should think that cost that's ultimately going to be borne by the merchants. Mm-hmm. That should be a pretty basic kind of understanding, and clearly the 28% backup withholding, I think that is very burdensome. Okay, my question is, since this seems to be an idea that has the train left the station already? Do you think that we can do some things that will cause us to pause on this? Because let's face it, we're looking for all kinds of ways to comply with our pay-go requirements. And I think as business people, you would agree that government should make sure that we have money for the programs that we are supporting. So what is your sense of where we are?
We're all here asking maybe you for help. Obviously, the Senate Finance has had a public comment period on this particular proposal, and the chair and ranking member of that committee, are extremely interested in using the tax gap proposals to finance various priorities. So that's a big concern for us. So we seek your assistance, being the voice for small business in Congress, to get our message across about this particular proposal and others, and get people understanding what they're about to do to this important sector of our economy.
And I think the problem is, too, you've got this enormous number that's been tagged to this proposal, 12 billion, 18 billion, whatever it is now, it keeps changing. But
it doesn't seem real, right?
It doesn't, and as long as that's associated with it, unfortunately, I think it's just an easier target. Yes.
Yes, well, that's the purpose of this hearing, so I thank the chairwoman for convening all of us. Thank you.